And then the second time she does actually divorce him, she gets $150 million in it though.
Drake would have got a field day with that one.
Yeah. Justice for the blind, just something that'll find in the rhymes that are coming from my mind.
We see MJ's kids.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
But how wholesome was that, huh? That felt good.
It was so pointless. They're literally there just to be like, yeah, Jazz fans suck.
Yeah. Where's my check at, Dad? You know,
that's
get
crazy.
me the fuck out of here.
And then his daughter Jasmine just like, I was young, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh fuck, this was so pointless. You know, Jason. Thing is, like, I want to give a lot of credit to the director, because like you said, like for real, like diehard fans like us that knew a lot already, this can feel a lot like propaganda. But I think he did a relatively good job. But like he definitely didn't have to put his kids in there. And I've learned since that he's actually like good friends with Jordan's kids.
Oh,
so
okay.
Definitely just threw that in there just because. No, I don't want to say that. But I feel like a lot of that would be like because he was cool with them.
Yeah.
Like if he didn't know them personally, I don't know how much that really added to the documentary at all.
Yeah, I didn't see a point.
No, it was so pointless. I heard in another interview though, Jasmine's talk about her mother and why she's on the documentary, and she was like, "Oh, my mother lived it." I don't know, like, nah, that's definitely not why she's not in it. It's because she tried to divorce your dad twice before she actually did it.
Yeah.
And and Michael was doing the shack. He was having affairs and then paying these women off to not go public.
Yeah.
So let's not get it twisted. They're not together anymore.
And one of the things you hear about, like his wife, I think that's where, you know, to me is something that does take a shine off of that. Because, you know, for especially knowing that he has his hand in this, the fact that he wouldn't want his family more in this doc. And the reason, and I think he couldn't, because that would have taken off some of the luster, because them kids can't say that he was there.
No.
You know, like if we think, let's put it this way, Space Jam, that production of Space Jam, no way he saw his kids.
No.
You know, he was basically, they said in the morning, it takes months, you know, for movies to be made. And this guy was working all day and then would go gym, basketball, all that for like weeks and weeks and weeks straight. So, you know, the fact that wasn't, I think it was insulting, you know, like for the kids. If I was the kids, I would have been like mad. But, you know, the thing is, one of the things I hear about Juanita is that, you know, one of the things that kind of Jordan liked about her was that she wasn't on his, like she was almost hard to get. Like he pursued her, and then all this weird stuff happened. You know, they kind of had a weird relationship. But you know, she ran that family. You know, she did what she did.
She held it down.
She held it down, and you know, I think it was all for, you know, and then that allowed Jordan to do a bunch of stuff. But I can't imagine Jordan being the, you know, the greatest and most present father.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I think those kids, they'll, you know, they ride for their pop. You know, because was it Jeffrey Jordan? You know, like it's Jeffrey, right? The second youngest. His team in college, UCF, they lost a whole contract because of him not saying he'll wear Adidas.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like dumb.
Yeah,
you know, like, How entitled are you?
Yeah. And he was a walk-on. Like, why? Like,
like a preferred walk-on or something.
Yeah, he was a walk-on. He wasn't even a scholarship player. I don't even know why they even gave a shit. It's funny. There's so much here. So Juanita dated another Bulls star, and I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm gonna try and look it up in a second. She dated another Bulls star before Michael was in the league. So like she was like known, but she was kind of given more respect than she wasn't considered a
she wasn't
like
grouping.
She wasn't considered a grouping.
Like a probation. She was like something, like she had like a respectable job.
Yeah. So, and she was older than Michael too, or she is older than Michael. So it was seen as like at first kind of like her helping him figure out how to be a professional, but he definitely like they were definitely fucking though. And then, but his mom hated her. His mom hated Juanita, and they didn't get married until after Marcus was born.
Okay.
Or whatever the first son. I think first son was named Marcus. Like she was pregnant, and like the mother made him take Dolores made Michael get a paternity test. But she didn't believe it.
Jesus.
And when they did get married, they eloped. They went to Vegas.
Okay.
Did it
MJ's
overnight.
preferred destination.
Yeah. So there wasn't like a fanfare wedding with family and all that. It was like he got drunk and was gambling, and he was like, let's do it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have a prenup agreement yet. So they got a post-marriage prenuptial or whatever that's called. It's called something else when you get a post-marriage.
A post-nup?
Maybe something like that. But they
You
got one
posting up on all these basketball players, so I'm sorry.
So they got that, and it put a real strain on the relationship with the rest of his family because they saw her as someone who just wanted his money.
Yeah.
But yeah, she tried to divorce him once. He got her back. The second time, he did actually divorce her. He cheated on her with a woman. I can't remember her name. Was a white woman though. Well, the one that she knew of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he paid her like $100,000 or something to not. But eventually she did talk.
Yeah, no. She came back to extort more money.
Right,
Yeah.
and she did talk. And then the second time she does actually divorce him, she gets $150 million in her settlement.
Drake would have had a field day with that one. Drake would have had a whole other album based on that. But maybe from Juanita's perspective, you know what I mean? Because that is Drake. No, listen, again, this has been the point from the beginning is that the reason why I think this is somewhat propaganda is because if you're telling the true story about MJ and you leave out his personal life, he's not going to look that bad. His personal life is what really is fucked. You know what I mean? It's not like great. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's fucking rich. But I mean, this goes to the point. This dude is great at one thing. Now, not everyone, most people are not great at everything. You know what I mean? He's great at basketball and at being this fucking singularly focused competitor. But that is it. Other things have to suffer. Like most artists, like most any great artist or great sports person, man, a lot of them have damaged personal lives. You know what I mean? In some cases, the damage of their personal life is what lends to the greatness later in sports or in their realm. You know what I mean? So, yeah, probably should have left their kids out, you know, because the point is you didn't touch any of it. You know what I mean? You didn't get into any of it. You could have just said, hey, by the way, he has a couple kids, man, but this is the end. Peace out. You know what I mean? 99 or whatever, 98. Let's go. Rodman, mispracticed.
Yo. Yo. Justice for the blind, just something that'll find in the rhymes that are coming from my mind. Used to come in